I'll start off by saying good afternoon. My name is Massas. Um, I chose 9/11 for my topic of choice just because of the massive direct change that it made to the nation of America and the United States, and just communities and different people and ethnic groups, religious groups, colors, races. I'll start off by saying that 9/11 wasn't just in one place, as in like struck over here, struck over there. It was personally worldwide. It changed a lot in a lot of places in the world. Discrimination, almost segregation, and just a part of change in all around the world. There were nearly 3,000 people killed in attacks in total. That's just a lot of lives lost that are innocent people targeted. They're just doing their job. They don't have anything to do with anything personally. They're just doing their job, and randomly one day just walk out their house. They don't know that they're not going to go back home to their family. The next thing that I want to speak on were the injuries and health issues around that time. There wasn't really, I wouldn't say much that they can do, but there was so much going on that people were in panic, so there was a lot to do. So a lot had to change fast because of how many lives and then how much support that they had to send overseas to their soldiers out there on the coast, to where the people are actually injured at, and just locations like that, like PowerPoints, and the panic and chaos around the world and nation itself just was a lot. Nobody expects such disaster to happen so fast everywhere in different parts of the United States, because that has never happened before, how that is happening. I'll continue to say the fear that struck the nation overall between the people. It turned the people against each other, as in for Islamic people, for Muslims. It made people feel as if they were a threat, as in they did it, or like they personally did it. And it was never that. I just feel like people were in panic, and they weren't shocked that such thing happened like that. With that being in connection with like Osama bin Laden and things like that, he's Muslim, or the Islamic people. I personally don't think that had anything to do with anything, but that was just their doing, because they were at war with our government. There was a lot of racial things going on at that point in time with 9/11 in every part of the world, not just the United States and where it got attacked. Every part of the world, the people itself was just not together, not as one. That was the point of time where people scattered and panicked to help themselves because they were in panic. They didn't know what to believe or what to protect at that moment but themselves and their families. There's never no space for who's right and who's wrong, because you don't know what you would have done in such a situation, but there's just always an amount of common courtesy, I'd say, like just care of a human, never just to pinpoint, who did what or why they did this, just have a good heart. As whatever is going on, as chaos is going on, you must remain in some sort of humbleness, because you'll lose yourself and you'll fall victim to what's going on. The amount of repairing that the nations and communities and people had to go through and undergo, it just couldn't be measured because the amount of problems and things that was going on at that point in time, financially, health-wise, food-wise. It hit every situation, and possibly every human in America was affected when 9/11 struck. And years and years and years come to pass, and the nation has came back together. Not fully, but came together as in like, it's not so hard on certain racial groups, or so hard on this situation or that situation. Things in history will never be erased. Such things like 9/11, slavery, the Great Depression, things of that nature, the Civil War. Things will just never ever be erased from our history, but we always seem to come back better but the next problem just comes back worse and harder. And I hope my presentation was good enough for you, my professor. I appreciate you. This was an awesome class. It's a new class. Hopefully you'll be able to see me play for our football team and move on to the next level. Have a great one, and I appreciate you for having me as a student.